This video from Sharp Help, we're taking a look at how you can reduce the amount of refunds that a cashier is able to put through your XE-A307 register. So you might be doing your end of day and end of week reports and noticing a high level of refunds, and you're looking at ways of perhaps cutting down on that and giving yourself or the manager sole control over refunds. The first thing to be aware of is there's a couple of different ways of putting a refund through. So unless the machine's been specifically programmed, you can actually just ring for a refund as standard in the reg mode. You can do that in a number of ways. You can type in an amount of money and then hit RF and then assign that to a department, cash the sale off, and that's a £10 refund has just been put through the groceries department. It works exactly the same way with barcode scanning. So you simply hit the refund button, scan the barcode, and then again, so it's just putting a refund through is virtually as easy as putting a sale through. So the way that's one way of putting a refund through. If you decide, you know what, I don't want all my staff to have access of that, I want to be more in control and aware of the refunds, you can basically set that button so that only the manager can use it. So I'll show you how to do that first, and then I'll show you another problem with refunds on the machine. So if we now change the authority level of this button, to do that we press mode and then 6 TLNS, and that takes us into the PGM mode. We can then arrow down to setting, TLNS to go into it, and then line 8, which you can either press 8 or scroll down to 8, hit TLNS, and this takes you into some optional functions on the machine. We're going down to line 4, which is function authority, and here's a lot of the function buttons that you can control. So it doesn't just apply to the refund button, you can actually control the paid out function, the received on account function, and then some of the voids as well, and the no sale. So, but I'll just, for this video, we're just looking at refunds because that's the most common abuse of the machine. But the theory will apply, what I show you in this video will apply to all the other functions. So as standard, they're all set to public, which obviously means it's open, anyone can use it. To change refund, you highlight public, press your #TMST key, arrow up to limited, press TLNS, and then escape cancel to return back to the main mode. So now if I try and put through those refunds that we ran through a couple of minutes ago, £10 RF, I get an error message, and then if I try and do the scanning one where I have to press the RF at the start, I get the error message. So if you need to process a refund, you still can, but only someone who was able to log in as the manager would be able to do that. So the manager code is 99, and you can protect that with an additional code as well, which I'll show you in a separate video. So if you sign in as the manager, MGR appears at the bottom hand corner of the screen, and then you can use the refund button to either refund the barcoded item or to put your £10 refund through the groceries department. So yes, you've still got the function, but only someone who is the manager or knows how to log in as the manager, which you can then additionally protect with a passcode, can process the refunds. And obviously we saw in that function menu there was a lot more buttons you can control. So if you're having if you stop the refunds and then get a different problem, you can then go in and turn other functions off as well. So the machine's quite flexible like that. Okay, the other refund you can do is well, it's not refund as such, but it's a void mode. So if someone returns something, you have the ability to go into a void mode, which is it's effectively exactly the same as a refund. It's just a little bit, in a sense, it's a little bit easier to control. So void modes, that will be recorded on the report as refunds would be. I'll go back into it. So it's just as easy to run a refund through, to run a void through, as it is a refund. You've just got to know about the void mode. So obviously there's a couple of ways of, again, stopping that happening. The first one is to set up a passcode for the void mode. which I think that's actually in personnel. Yeah, mode passcode. So again, I went quickly there because I couldn't remember exactly where it was, but I went into the program mode like we did before, and then into personnel, into setting, personnel, and then mode passcode. So you can, the first one that comes up is void mode. So if I give that 1111, escape cancel out of there. If I now try, I want to do a void, I can't go into the void mode unless I know that passcode. So that, so I've got an error message telling me I've put the wrong code in. So that's going to cause me problems if I'm trying to do something suspicious on the till. I've now got to go and explain to someone what the hell I'm up to. But they can still use the till, so they've gone back to reg. They can't do a refund, they can't do a void now. If you can also totally deactivate the void mode as well. If you go into PGM mode, setting, line 8, function prohibit, the void mode is one that's in there. You can just totally disable it, as you can with all these functions. Don't know why you'd want to disable copy receipt, but you've got the options there. Obviously, as standard, they all work. Let's save that and just come out of there. And then if I now try and go into the void mode, I get the passcode error message. That's because I've still got the passcode on there. But if I hadn't got the passcode on there, I wouldn't be able to enter the void mode. Okay, so I hope that video has been helpful. I've got plenty of other videos on programming and using the 307 and other Sharp cash registers. Some of those will be appearing on screen now, so you're welcome to watch those. You can also subscribe to this YouTube channel or visit sharphelp.co.uk for more. Thanks for watching.